Visit
Welcome to NFL Primetime, presented by Jameson. Must be a Jameson. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Week 14 already of NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland. Just 2 weeks left. Get the shopping done. But I'm glad you held it off for a little bit to come watch us because, Booger, this was one of the more intriguing days of football from beginning to, and it's not even over yet.
Yeah, and we didn't think it was going to be, but as the games went on around the 3 o'clock hour, the game started to get really good, and teams started to make plays late, Boom.
And you know what else you had? You had, and not that 6 and 6 is, oh my goodness, but I think it was a half dozen games with teams winning or 500 records head to head.
Yes.
And then there's the NFC South where it's interesting no matter what happens. But let's go toward the top. Off a bye, the team with among the best records in football in the AFC is Baltimore at 9-3. How would they do off the bye? Well, they're playing a hot team in the LA Rams, and weather, a big factor in these games. Let's go to the soggy big crab cake. Oh my goodness, the rain was coming down good. And the Rams and Ravens put on one heck of a show. Lamar Jackson, what would he have? Oh, Odell won a Super Bowl, of course, with the Rams. Lots of hellos all the way around. Now it is Lamar, Isaiah Likely, and I would say it's likely that the Rams blew the coverage. He could go all the way 54 yards, 7-3 Baltimore.
Really good job, though, by Lamar. Laying it up where he can make an easy catch, touchdown, blown coverage, as you said.
Early second quarter, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. We've seen them work their magic. Odell saw it firsthand when he was on the squad with these guys winning the Super Bowl. 27 yards, Rams in the red zone. 3rd and goal to 6. Watch how nice this is. Ooh. Oh, he lays it out like pouring a coffee cup to Cooper Kupp.
Unbelievable throw. The anticipation to throw it so early.
10-7 Rams. Now, Lamar. Wait a minute. There's Odell. He's wide open. It was likely that coverage might have been broken. Touchdown, Baltimore.
But an unbelievable adjustment by Odell as the ball was in the air.
14-10, but a 20-17 Rams at the half. Under 6. Now already in the fourth quarter. Stafford to Puka Shell Nakua. 23 yards. How about this grab?
How about those hands? He had dropped one early. He came back and said, I'm going to show you my hands are great.
Hater. Now here goes Stafford. Cuckoo Kachu. It's Demarcus Robinson. We're under 5 minutes to go, and the Rams have the lead. They go for 2. They don't get it, but they lead at 28-23. About 3 to go. Tick, 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 tick. Odell. Good pocket. Beckham, 14 yards. He caught 4 for almost 100. Ravens down the field. 3rd and 17. And guess what? December showers bring Zay Flowers. Mark Franklin, thank you, producer. 21-yard producer, the fastest 3 minutes. And then 29-28, the same combination for the 2-point conversion. They lead by 3.
Great job by Lamar all day, keeping his eyes downfield.
Just over a minute to go in the game with the Ravens. Could they put it away? They could not. Stafford, Kupp, he caught 8 for 115. Could they get a field goal? 11 seconds left. Lucas Habrasik. They brought in Mason Crosby to take a look because Habrasik's been struggling. They went with the youngster. He does it from 36 yards. 31 only go to overtime. Each team with a possession, they got nothing. And then, punt. Tylan Wallace. Only back there because Duvernay was hurt. Wallace, wide receiver, shakes the tackle here. Tiptoes over here. Whoop! He stays on his feet. He could go all the way. Whee! The Ravens win a wild one. We've had 2 overtime punt returns this year for touchdowns. Gibson for the Jets against the Bills, and now Wallace.
Really good job of Wallace following his block. Good job by his teammates, Boom, understanding where he was going. We're going to return to our sideline regardless of what happens. Make sure you get to our sideline. And I love the flip into the end zone.
Well, again, Duvernay is normally the focus. John Harbaugh began his career, special teams coach, his NFL career at least. How much do you think he enjoyed that one? What a game this was. We said there are 2 this year, but there have been only 4 punt returns in overtime to win the thing in the history of the NFL. Patrick Peterson, you might have heard of him. to Mark Vanover, the Chiefs, way back when. The Ravens 37, the Rams 31. They're 10-3. Lamar Jackson threw for 3 and ran for over 70.
That was crazy. That was a wild game, man. Shout out to Ty. The emotions right now is electric right now. You know, it's not a championship, but it was almost crazy. But it was like playoff atmosphere. You know, it was a team game, team win. But shout out to Ty and the return team because that was a heck of a return. That was crazy.
There's plays everybody wants back that could have probably changed the outcome. So, you know, that's just the last play of the game, but there were a bunch in there that we all could clean up, myself included. So just continue to work, continue to trust each other, you know, use this thing as fuel and you know, kickstart us again.
The Rams just look different with Stafford. He threw 3 touchdowns along with Lamar for Baltimore. Rams snaps a 3-game winning streak. For Baltimore, look, it was sloppy and rough conditions, but the teams each put up way over 400 yards. The Ravens, this is great that you can be 10-3, and I don't think we've seen, well, defensively they played great. They gave up 31 today. Their ceiling is we haven't seen it yet. Is that a fair statement, Booger?
That is an extremely fair statement, Boom. But this is what the Ravens do. Boom, think about this. With 2 minutes left, they've led in every football game this season. But today, even though they didn't play their best, they found a way to win. Lamar Jackson was outstanding, throwing the football, rushing, and in the end, the defense did just enough. This may not seem like a big win, but for a team that's blown 3 games that they've led under 2 minutes left in the game, to win a game like this with a walk-off punt return when you didn't play your best, when the quarterback didn't have to be Superman, when the defense didn't play their best and you still won, that should give this team confidence because the coach has things to clean up, but you always want to clean up things after a win. So I'm very, very impressed by how Baltimore, they kind of gutted this one out. It was inclement weather, but they still found a way to win.
You know, we got to remember that Andrews, of course, the tight end, they may not have him back at all. They're hoping, but that's not the point. Yeah. So each week, even in this pouring rain, you know, you saw the wide receivers all step up and the tight end likely. So we're seeing the growth differently of Lamar in the pocket. And, of course, he's always a threat to run.
And he found a receiver that he's been kind of becoming buddy-buddy with an OBJ. OBJ made some tough catches for him. Zay Flowers made some catches. He's kind of fallen out of love a little bit with Bateman, but Aguilar made a catch. And so when you start to get guys that can make catches for the quarterback and he doesn't have to run, he hasn't put the cape on yet, Boom. He hasn't become Superman yet, and they're still winning. And he's trusting the pocket. He's throwing the football down the field. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to throw. And that's a good thing because that's a mature Lamar Jackson, and that's dangerous for the rest of the league.
And in a lot of ways, much better player than his MVP season, even though the numbers don't say that. But hey, look, we're only in week 4. And it's a good thing for Baltimore that they won because this division, we're all playing backup quarterbacks now. But guess what? Teams like the Bengals and the Browns, backup quarterback, we can win anyway. So here we go. Let's start with Cincinnati because we saw Jake Browning Monday night light up the first-place Jaguars. And here he is again. Washington Huskies. Boy, have they had a heck of a month.
It's been a run.
Jake Browning, a little screen. And nice to know that you can dump a screen pass like this to Chase Brown and then makes the move right there. 7-0 Bengals. He stays in, makes move.
I love how he made the move and got it to the end zone. Really good play call. Safe pass, get the quarterback in rhythm, and Jake Browning completed it.
And the Colts have won 4 in a row, so you know that they're going to answer. Colts always seem to play high-scoring games. Browning, Joe mix and match. Look at him just burst toward the inside between a bunch of Colts all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's a 45-yard gain on a little swing pass. Now, a couple of penalties here by the Colts give first down. First down, second down, they don't get in. But Mixon on third down is in. The Bengal balance, the Cincy, and coming up with a nickname for it. 14-0 Cincinnati. Gardner Minshew. You never know what he's capable of. That's a tough first down run. Takes the hit on 3rd and 6. And then 4th and 1. This is a quick sneeze. Minshew to Mo Alley Cox. It's a touchdown. It's a 14-6 game. They missed the extra point. Next Bengals possession. Browning. And this is, the pass was in the hands, but Ronnie Harrison Jr. gone. Pick 6. They make 2 points. We're tied at 14.
Really good concentration by Harrison, the former Alabama product, getting the tip, taking it in for the score.
So tie game, 3rd quarter. Browning. T. Higgins. 26-yard game between 3 Colts. Now 2nd and 7 down at the 11. Browning. Tanner Hudson. Bang! Into the end zone, 21-14 Bengals. Browning's family loving it. What a week. The Monday night, and now here we are Sunday. And now for Higgins. How's this looking? Turning every which way but loose, but it's a 46-yard game.
What an adjustment by T. Higgins. Brown maybe threw it across the wrong shoulder. T made him right.
4th and 1. Mixon lining up as fullback. It's a first down. And they're down to the 1 line. And then Browning sneaks it in for a touchdown. 28-14. Bengals, who were like gone, right?
Everybody thought they were dead, but who says the backup quarterback can't play?
Burrow, he's out. His birthday on this day, and he's watching the Colts trailing 31-14. Look, it's B.J. Hill. Look at the big fella booger. You love it.
Hey, boom, you gotta love it. First of all, Henderson coming around the corner, and then the best athlete on the field. Boom, look at the extension, the layout. Go dance on him, big fella, dance on him.
Look at the speed. He's leading the parade into the end zone. Bengals, what are 7 days they have had, winning 34-14. So Browning, so that's over 600 yards. He's over 800 for the 3 starts. But in these 2 wins, over 600 yards throwing. And you know what? Well, we'll talk about them in a minute because a very similar, although hardly an unknown, similar script at Cleveland. Finally home where their defense is much better. But first of all, the Jags, I just can't believe Trevor Lawrence looked that good.
No doubt, Boom. We thought he was going to be out for the season. All of a sudden, he's back this game.
Yeah, but can you believe that Joe Flacco, he still throws a beautiful ball. I know David Njoku was wide open, but the ball is beautiful.
He'll tell you, he's still got an arm, Boom.
38 years young, Joe Flacco, watching football on the couch 2.5 weeks ago. Now it's Flacco to Njoku and 14-0 Browns. Then Lawrence says, wait a minute, don't forget about us. What do you say? It's Zay. What do you say? Too far for Zay Jones. Martin Emerson Jr. A big play by the second-year corner. Now Flacco out of his end zone. Zing. Amari Cooper right away. Flacco went to practice. But the ball is punched up by Andrew Wingard. Devin Lloyd, turnovers on a sloppy day in Cleveland, a big game.
Really lackadaisical by Amari Cooper, not tucking the ball away. Should have tucked it, he didn't. Fumble, Jaguars in business.
Yeah, that's true. And now the Jags in real business because Evan Engram, touchdown from Lawrence, a 14-7 game. Late in the half. Jags, can they tie it? Miscommunication with Calvin Ridley. Emerson again with an interception. Woo! I'm having a good time.
Yeah, kind of the story today, Boom. Trevor Lawrence just a little bit off, overthrown, underthrown. He didn't have his A game today.
No, understandable. I just can't believe he's like Gumby being out there. I give him total props. Lawrence to Parker Washington. Anthony Walker Jr. rips the ball out. Not Junior Walker of the All-Stars, Anthony Walker Jr., and that's a strip.
Really good job. You hold him up. If he's going to continue to fight, you strip it out.
And Kareem Hunt into the end zone on 3rd and 3 from the 4. 21-7 Cleveland. They just like it at home.
Oh, they love it. Be physical at home, Boom.
Yep, they are. Down. Jackson scored 21-14. Lawrence picked off by Greg Newsome. I mean, the name Newsome on a Browns jersey as an Aussie Hall of Famer. It just looks good. Browns take over at midfield. Flacco. Zing. David Bell. I would say the bell rang right here for the Browns. Look at Kevin Stefanski. I think it's going to go. Yeah! 28-14 Cleveland. Lawrence to Washington. This time he holds. He had the big game Monday night. Nice high point, 28-21.
Yeah, really good ball there. One of few good balls for Trevor.
Now it's 31-21, but the Jags are not done. Give them credit. We know after the Chargers, they can come back. Lawrence to Engram, 11 for 95 for him. They don't get the 2-point conversion. 31-27. We try an onside kick, but it's almost impossible to get it these days. I kind of don't like it, but the Browns like it because James Prochet got it. And guess what? The Browns are winners. What are they, 6-1 at home? Their defense, although they gave up 27 today, they're averaging giving up about 10 points a game at home. And the Browns, 31-27, now have had 4 different quarterbacks win games for them this year. That's very hard to do. Myles Garrett says, we kind of fun to watch it.
There's no quitting us, and never will be. That's not not a single man is going to falter or waver. With any adversity that we face, whether personally or through the team, we're all pointing in the same direction, and keep our eyes towards the prize.
I think offensively we were a little disconnected. Trevor and the receivers were a little off. We had opportunities to make plays in the first half, didn't. Obviously the turnovers, are big, and you can't do that.
Yeah, both teams. I mean, it was a sloppy day. The Jags turned it over 4 times. The Browns turned it over 3 times. Shall we start, please, with Joe Flacco, who threw for over 300 yards? What I started to say about Amari Cooper, but then it was the fumble, was like after like 1 day at practice, right, 2 weeks ago, he goes, well, he really throws a nice ball.
No question.
I mean, and here's an interesting one. He's 10-2 in Cleveland. Of course, most of those are with the Ravens.
No doubt about it.
Like everyone except today. but so he continues to play well, and now he's friend, not foe.
And here's the thing about it, Boom. Joe Flacco may be old, but he's a veteran. And what do most veteran quarterbacks like? They like it when you blitz them. Today, Joe Flacco against the blitz, 9 for 13, 186, and 3 touchdowns. When you blitz a veteran quarterback, they may not can move, but they know where to go with the football. And he showed you today his arm is still live. He knows where to go with the football, and he made just enough plays in the passing game. And boom, they've won 8 games with 4 different quarterbacks in Cleveland. Kevin Stefanski is doing an outstanding job of coaching his team. And Joe Flacco, if you protect him, he showed you he can make some plays.
And he slid better than he looked last year with the Jets, I thought.
Yes.
And by the way, Cincinnati, this is an observation. Well, we could make it after Monday night. Now he's one of the favorites going into the season in the AFC, other than the Chiefs, right? They now believe in a quarterback. You're going to hear from them all month long. I'm sure of that.
Boom, it's called hope. When you walk onto the field, you know that your team has an opportunity to score points. Unlike what we see with the Jets, the Bengals believe Browning can score some points, and everybody on the team plays inspired, and you saw that today.
Well, Cleveland 8-5, and Cincinnati is 7-6. Wait a minute, did you say the Jets had the Jets? Wait a minute. G-E-E-S, rain at the Meadowlands. And Cameron Johnson, Thomas Morstead, well, Houston in town, Well, this is not Jets-Giants again. That was so ridiculous it was funny. Thomas Morstead, Cameron Johnson, 11 punts in the first half, a scoreless first half. So, what would anyone score? Third quarter, Zach Wilson. He's Zach in the saddle again. Hey, Jets, it's Wilson to Wilson. Garrett Wilson.
I love how he uses athleticism and found Garrett Wilson all day long.
And now, Zach, to Randall Cobb.
Oh, that guy.
Well, he only had like 4 catches this year, but there's a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers says, yeah, that's my guy. Now, C.J. Stroud sacked by Quentin Williams. Wait a minute. The Jets defense playing with the lead. What's that like?
Oh, hair on fire.
Once a month they play with the lead. Now Wilson throws it away, incomplete pass, but Will Anderson, this is the definition of a penalty, right, Booger?
Yeah, you can't hit the guy that late. You hit him late and you land on top of him. You can't do that.
All right, so now 1st and goal from the 9 was Xavier Gibson. Remember we mentioned he punt return in overtime. He was the one that returned it at the beginning in week 1 against the Bills, and 14-0 Jets. Devin Singletary. Touchdown Houston, the way it was going for them, missed kick, 14-6. Now, under 10 to go in the game. Zach Wilson, the Jets really looked like they knew what they were doing.
The offense was in rhythm. Nathaniel Hackett, the OC, called a really good game.
21-6 Jets. 7 minutes ago, Stroud completes to John Mechie. Quentin Williams takes him down. Concussion protocol.
Yeah, Bowman, it wasn't necessarily the hit. It's the head that bounced off the ground that got him a little foggy. In come Davis Mills.
Davis Mills came in. But, they're not going to pull it out. 4th down, looking for Noah Brown. DJ Reed breaks it up. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. The Jets scored 30 points in the second half. And they look good doing it.
Yes, they did. They did.
And when you have a really good defense that I get to rush the pass.
With the lead.
That's completely different. And throw in what Williams tweeted later on that he didn't.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle, he tweeted, he's not a dirty player. That's just what happened, was a part of the game. He meant no ill will toward one of the great young quarterbacks in football, and C.J. Stroud.
Well, and so the Jets snap a 5-game losing streak. Now, they were scoreless at the half. Guess what's next? Good producer, Michelle. Guess what's next? Would anyone score here? Vikings. Hey. Josh Dobbs. Wait a minute. Justin Jefferson is back. He made a catch. There he goes. 3rd and 4 Vikings. Josh Dobbs. What a story he's been this year. Jefferson. But he's hit hard. and had to exit the game. Not the same injury.
No, it's not the hamstring. They said it was the chest. They took him to the hospital for precautionary reasons, Boom.
He's one of the most exciting players in the league. We hope he's all right, but Vikings are going 5-2 without him. I mean, it just happened. Late in the set, Max Crosby, one of the leading sackers this year. He wasn't even supposed to play because he's hurt. Over 50 sacks. We're scoreless at the half. There's a broken record in here. We just had a game like that. Aiden O'Connell, the Ren Pro. Fumble! Josh Metellus, a bedtime story, falls on it. Vikings ball.
Defense was the name of the game in this one, Boom.
I guess so. Nick Mullins is in now for downs because nobody scored under 3 minutes to go. Mullins. So I think what they've had 4 guys play this year. Jordan Addison makes a catch. Wait a minute. Someone might get in the field goal range. Yeah. 36 yards. Greg Joseph been around. He knows what to do. Indoors at Vegas. And good. Right down the middle. 3-0 Vikings. Vikings? Jets. Raiders first and 10 at their own 20. O'Donnell picked off by Ivan Pace Jr. Beautiful play, stepping in front of Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's a really good job of reading the quarterback's eyes and zone coverage, dropping back, and then making a pick.
Well, here we go. Here's a note. Darren's Dandies. Lowest scoring indoor game in NFL history. In other words, we've had 3-0 in a snowstorm, right? This was no snowstorm except the slot machines, all the quarters coming out of the machine.
Indoor game, I love it.
At any rate, the Vikings, say what you want, they're 7-6. And now the Lions, who've been a wonderful story for the second half last year and most of this year. Remember, they almost lost to Detroit a couple of weeks ago, Thanksgiving. Bears go, we want them back. And at Soldier Field, they get, tricky Bears. DJ Moore in the end zone. 7-0 Bears?
Any way they can, get DJ Moore the football.
Now 4th and 3. Detroit down 10-0. Boy, they go for it on 4th a lot. A lot of times it looks like this. Jared Goff to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Lions knocking at the door, now 3rd and 1. At the 12, pitch to Jahmyr Gibbs. Staying alive. Gibbs with the touchdown. And the Lions are on the board, 10-6. They missed the kick. Goff, 30 seconds left to Josh Reynolds. Okay, enough of this brouhaha. We're going to beat the Bears. We're better than them. It's 13-10 at the half. 13 all late third. 4th and 13, Bears going for it. Free play. Justin Fields. More. The Bears. They're outsmarting everybody. 38 yards, touchdown.
Yeah, just a disaster situation for the Bears. You jump off sides, give them a free play.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But then they almost caught. Look at another big fella, Benito Jones, as the extra point is blocked. We saw a 2-pointer last week.
Yeah, Boom, I can promise you Benito is looking for oxygen as soon as he hits the ground.
But the Bears lead 19-13. Still late third. Goff. Fumble snap. Bears recover. What?
Just all day long, Jared Goff seemed just a little bit off, Boom, and the Bears made him pay. Interceptions, fumble. Jared Goff has got to pick his play up.
Bears take advantage. Again, Matt Eberflus, we take advantage of this stuff. The Jets, Bears. I mean, this was a day. This was just some interesting stuff today. Look at Justin Fields. Well, no one questions that he can do this.
No doubt, Bowman. When he gets in rhythm, starts throwing the football, and then uses his athleticism, he's a dangerous quarterback.
Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Goff under pressure. Montez Sweat. Hey, why don't we trade for him in Washington? Well, that's why, right?
Not only trade for him, they paid him, and he's been an outstanding addition to this defense.
4th and 24. I don't like their chances, but they're going to go for it, obviously. But they're down by 2 scores. Goff, and just for the heck of it, the big guy, the Bills, as they pay for him, the middle linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds, way downfield, the big fella.
Yeah, a little prevent defense. Jared Goff is trying to make a play. And then let's dance on the Boom.
Hey, the Bears in the club.
I want to see me and you in the club, Boom. Let's just dance on it.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, you still move pretty well. You Peloton it pretty good. The Chicago Bears could have beaten the Lions twice. The Lions fall to 9-4. Chicago Bears, they get a win. 2 in a row. 28-13, and the Bears are now 5-8 for Matt Eberflus.
I think it's a big deal. You know, it's been a long time coming. You know, you beat to win 2 in a row, and it's 2 division opponents, which is big. And the guys are super excited, but we could feel this coming.
We'll bounce back, man. It was a loss, and it stings. Nobody feels worse about it than than those guys do, and the coaches. I mean, we all feel, and this is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, but the guys we got, it only motivates you to want to move on and get a win. That's what it does.
We got some time here to, in the next 4 games, so it starts with Denver, but to get it fixed and to get, geared up for our ultimate goals. And, yeah, it's a good gut punch that typically does our guys well.
The Lions under 270 yards in the game. We'll say this about the Bears as an aside. Justin Fields, I know, last 4, 5, 6 games, should we keep? I wouldn't even think about getting rid of him if you're the Bears next year. I think he's your quarterback.
Well, no doubt. And the Bears are starting to play inspired football. Everybody understands the situation they're in. They need to win some games for everybody to keep their job, quarterback and head coach. And he's playing well, Boom. The athleticism, the decision-making, he's starting to do things a little bit better. And they just got the Detroit Lions number. They should have beat them at Ford Field, and they get them today.
And the Lions?
Boom. We're starting to see the Lions that we saw at the beginning of last year.
Interesting.
Inconsistent defense and the quarterbacks up and down. Those two things would concern me for a team that we thought was going to take the next step this season. It seems like they're taking a few steps back. Ever since the Baltimore game, they've been struggling.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they got a big cushion in the division, but the teams coming up,
Yeah,
Green Bays of the world, Minnesota, you never know. Well, we do know about the San Francisco 49ers, how they lost 3 games in a row and then had a bye. So in other words, it was a punt. They didn't win a game. Just 2 weeks ago, Seattle made a game of it a couple weeks ago, and they came back, though, the 49ers, to beat them handily. Geno Smith couldn't play, groin injury late in the week. Drew Lock starting, and right at the first play of the game, this is Christian McCaffrey. Like, already? Like you said, that we just kicked off, and now look at him go! He could go just about all of the way down to the 3. And the very next play, so we're only, a minute into the game, and Jordan Mason over the Dixon line. Touchdown, and a minute possession, and they score a touchdown.
Very 49er-like, 2 running plays, touchdown.
Drew Lock. Well, when all else fails, I would just go to this guy. I understand Megatron is one, and Des Bryant, but he can be like this, and he gets both feet in.
Unbelievable body control, Boom. He got 3 feet down, not 2.
DK Metcalf, we're tied at 7. Very good. Under 9 to go in the first half. Brock Purdy. Debo. Whoa. 54 yards. 14-10 Niners at the half. Same score late third. Seattle hanging in. But the Niners are at the 1. Samuel, there's just so many things to watch if you're the defense, right?
And Debo's a Swiss Army knife. Not only can he run routes, but he can also line up a tailback and run the ball.
21-10. Now Locke will dump it to Kenneth Walker. Whoa, spins over. Let's try this side. And they're a different team when he's in the lineup and can run it. That play was a little dump pass. 27 yards, Seahawks driving. And then they go to the tight end. Little fake over here. Locke. Been on the Seahawks 2 years. This is his first start. The Colby Parkinson touchdown. They don't get to 21-16.
What a play call. Fake the screen left, fake the screen right, tight end delay up the middle.
But like the other game when Seattle got to 9, it's time for the Niners to say, good night, sweet prince. Purdy to Ron, right? He played for the White Sox. George Kittle, Ron Monpa Kittle was his nickname. I'll just stick with George Kittle. 28-16. Lock. Well, they're going for Metcalf and Jair Brown with the pick. Metcalf frustrated. And then another pass to Metcalf. And then the Niners and Seahawks decide, it's Christmas. It's picked up by Fred Warner. And watch this play. Where's Dre? Whoop. He throws it to Dre Greenlaw. And then I'm going to come upfield. And then I'm going to, but then here's this. Metcalf, Warner, then Metcalf. How you doing? You put your Christmas lights up yet? Nah. What are you making for Christmas? I don't know. I'm gonna have the family over. What are you guys doing? But why don't you come down? Christmas we can get together. And Coach Carroll, unfortunately DK is the short fuse. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. He's frustrated, Boom. He needs somebody to get him the ball. DK was tossed. Deommodore Lenoir was tossed, and in the end, the 49ers made plenty of plays against the Seahawks.
So all of a sudden, remember the Niners are 5-3 now. They're 10-3, and they're waiting as we do this show to see if Philadelphia and Dallas how that comes out, because all of a sudden the Niners have beaten both of them.
Yes.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves as we do this show. We don't know what's going to happen. Another, Brock Purdy. I'm kidding. 368 yards. They just they remember we talked about the Ravens ceiling. Yeah. I'm not saying the Niners can't get better. They'll be the first to tell you that. Their ceiling is, we've seen pretty close to their ceiling, and they're the best team in football as we speak.
Boom, I'll say this. Nobody's ceiling in the National Football League is as high as theirs.
Right.
They can beat you in a number of ways. You want to run the football, first 2 plays of the game, 2 runs, touchdown. You want to throw the football, Brock Purdy, 368 yards passing. And oh, by the way, if we get in that defensive slobber knocker, don't you trust that defense of the 49ers with that defensive line? They can beat you in a myriad of ways. The key to them is going to be this. Can they stay healthy down the stretch? If they're healthy when the playoffs start, they will be the most difficult out on either side of the bracket.
Yeah, no question. They gained 527 yards. Seattle was 6-3. They now fall below 500. 3 of those 4 losses were to the Niners and the Cowboys. Not making an excuse. They play Philly next on Monday Night Football, but we'll see. We'll see.
Seattle is a year away. Those young players on defense and offense, I think they're a year away, especially if Geno's healthy.
Well, we'll see what happens down the chain a little bit in the NFC and up the chain of the AFC. After a 1-5 start, the Denver Broncos at the Chargers. Always fun when these 2 teams play. But on this day, it depended on your point of view. Justin Herbert figuring, look, are we going to stay in this thing? Gerald Everett, not quite. So that's 4th and 3. They didn't get it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to kick the field goal, Boom. I don't know why he doesn't like field goals.
Yeah, they got 2 of them last week, no touchdowns. So Herbert now, it's going to be tipped at the line. Jonathan Cooper. This is how the Broncos have spurred that winning streak with turnovers. And Baron Browning is the one that gets in and tips it.
Yeah, really good job by Browning, getting in, getting his hand on the ball, just consistent pressure from him.
And then the next play, Javonte Williams, that's a pretty nifty 4-yard run, isn't it? Or 3 or whatever it is. He went every which way but lose 7-0 Denver. Now, Chargers. Go, Chargers, go. Herbert. Donald Parham over the middle, but Herbert takes a hit from Zach Allen, and he hurts his hand.
Yeah, and Staley confirmed, Boom, after the game, broken index finger for Justin Herbert.
Well, we don't know, but
not good.
And then Easton Stick came in, and then, well, no, here is Herbert trying to stay with it, but that was it. 4th down, why not try it? I can't throw, and I'm not blaming him. 10-0 at the half. Easton Stick is his quarterback for the Chargers. And Russell Wilson, off 3 picks last week. Think he has time? Khalil Mack with all those sacks, like nobody. Cortland Sutton. Nobody's really been better for Denver than Cortland Sutton.
No doubt, and Russell throws a pretty deep ball, but outstanding body control to box out the cornerback, catch the ball with one hand. Unbelievable play by Cortland Sutton.
17-0 Denver in L.A., where they have plenty of Bronco fans. Here's Easton Stick. Quentin Johnson, the rookie.
Yeah, they've been waiting on him.
It's December, it's never too late. 57 yards. Austin Eckler is in at 17-7. So maybe a ball game, right? On 3rd and 1, Russell Wilson, Adam Troutman. I would say the whole school of Trout swam to the open part of the end zone. Hey, Sean Payton, 1-5, they're 7-6.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for the Chargers. First, he dislocates a finger on his left hand. Today, he broke a finger on the right hand. It doesn't pay to have long fingers like Justin Herbert. That's all I'll say.
Well, 24-7. So Denver at the Lions. Interesting game now with the Chargers. They're 5-8. It's just not in the now. Every time the Bills play the Chiefs, when you have Mahomes, Allen, and fans. Even famous singers.
And you know it's going to be bad blood when they play, Boom.
Yeah, and they know each other so well. And Allen to James Cook. Josh Allen, James Cook, 7-0 Buffalo. Lots swirling this week for Buffalo, but you didn't think the team would be off kilter. At least I didn't. Allen rolls right. Dalton Kincaid, the rookie tight end, with 1st down. Great play by Josh. And then this is what he will do. Allen. Oh, he's in the end zone, 14-0 Bill.
Boom, that's the starting quarterback, 6'5" and 245. And let's remember this, in the most important games, they always run Josh Allen, and today was an important game.
And they do important. They're 6-6. They don't have a lot of places to go, but the Chiefs coming off that surprising loss on Sunday to Green Bay. Jerick McKinnon in the end zone. He's back. Bench press celebration. 1, 2.
I wonder how much he's got on there.
I don't know, but it's 14-7. At least 7 points worth. 17-7 3rd quarter Buffalo. Mahomes. Travis Kelce. Gain of 22 for Kansas City. Yeah, and guess what? Good karma for the Chiefs. Later in the drive, 3rd and 3 from the 4. To Rashee Rice, back of the end zone. Chiefs have cut it to 17-14 after trailing 14-0 early. Now we're tied at 17. Field goal by Butker. 3rd and 5, Josh Allen. Deontay Hardy, oh, what a pretty pass. Gain of 25, Bills on the move. 2 minutes to go just before the 2-minute warning. Uh-oh, look out. It's Furious George. George Karlaftis with the sack. But illegal contact on Jalen Watson downfield.
Yeah, really good call, Boom. You can't touch the receivers past 5 yards, and the Bills would have another down to play.
And so that keeps the drive alive, and the Bills kick a field goal, 20-17. Mahomes, Rice, gain of 19. Can they do it? 1/4. The Buffalo, they've seen this before.
Yeah.
In this stadium at Arrowhead, Chiefs on the move. Mahomes. Kelce. Watch this. Travis. Oh, I'm going to throw it to Kadarius Toney. It's a touchdown, but wait a minute. Toney was lined up offsides on the play. What a perfect play call. Careless.
It's the story of the Chiefs season, Boom. Just a little bit off here and there. That's a good call, though. You can see he lined up over the ball.
It's like shades of D Ford. I won't even bring it up. Now, a minute, 4th and 15, Mahomes. Guess what? The Buffalo Bills have beaten them a couple of times here the last couple of times they played. Sean McDermott, Bills, say no more. Mahomes, furious. And, well, the loss doesn't sit well with Kansas City because all of a sudden, the Chiefs are 8-5. And the Buffalo Bills, who play Dallas at home next week, that's Armageddon for their fans. And then some games, if they go 4-1 or even 5-0, you do not rule out the Bills. You know why? Because no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen.
We've been kind of approaching this as this is the playoffs for us. Every game from here on out is that important, and we gotta keep going. And again, we'll celebrate this one tonight. Turn our attention towards the Cowboys tomorrow.
You know, we're getting better, really both sides of the ball. We're getting better. Second half was obviously a little bit better there. And so we're actually making progress through this. That's what's disappointing in this. We've got a good team that we're going to go play this next week, so we'll learn from this and we'll move on. But again, disappointed.
The sky hasn't fallen for Kansas City, but look with Buffalo. You know what was swirling? Several things swirling around Coach McDermott, Von Miller, et cetera. But the Bills said we need to play football, we need to win games. We didn't sign up for this season to kind of like, and then mope. And that's a hell of a win by them.
That's a great win. Their backs are against the wall. They don't have any room for error, Boom, and they played like a team that was desperate today. The quarterback ran the football. He made just enough plays with his arm. This was a must-win, and you got to give Buffalo credit, Boom. And when you flip it to the other side, Boom, this Chiefs team is not the Chiefs team that we're used to seeing. They struggled to score 17 points today, Boom. We're used to them putting up 30 points. They drop balls. They get penalties. They can't score. They have no other receiver. Even Rice tried to step up today. They have no other receiver besides Kelce. I know we have a picture of what the Chiefs used to look like. They're no longer that team. And earlier in the season, the defense was carrying them. Right now, the defense struggled, especially in the first half. So if I'm Andy Reid, I got to go in the team meeting and ask those guys, what do we want to do? We saw outbursts from Chris Jones and Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. That's uncharacteristic of this team. What do they do and how do they grow from there?
Well, that's why you saw Reid try to do it like that.
Yeah.
Their defense has given up a couple of scores early in the last 3 games.
Yes.
And they've been carrying the team to your point.
Yeah.
They'll be, quote, fine, but it's not what we're used to seeing or what they're used
not
to
even
seeing.
close.
It's a big win by the Buffalo Bills. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the NFC South. Where if certain things would happen, well, how about this? Alvin Candied Kamara. They're wondering if Derek Carr would play. Well, he's driving one. He's the NASCAR Growth and Engagement Advisor.
Okay.
That's good work if you can get it. Meanwhile, he also is a running back that can get in the end zone. And the Saints are hosting the 1-win Carolina Panthers. And it's 7-0 New Orleans. I mean, that's how they arrive at the games. Johnny Hecker's punt blocked. by Nephi Sewell. DeMarco Jackson picks it up. Saints special team.
Really good job of blocking that. As soon as I saw it, the first name I thought of, boom, is Steve Gleason. Remember that punt he blocked?
Yep.
And Monday night, unreal.
Yep, and look at them. They're fired up. 14-3 New Orleans. Carolina field goal 14-6. Saints, they've been an odd team, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Underachieving, but Carl Granderson said, what do you mean underachieving? We have 4 sacks in this game of Bryce Young. Derek Carr, that would be a good pocket. A.T. Perry, that would be a nice catch, 43 yards, down to the 20 of Carolina. Now on third down, Carr. Jimmy Graham.
The ageless wonder, boom. It's like a fine wine. He just gets better with age.
Jimmy Graham still looks great. Down to the 12-yard pickup, then Chris Olave. Carr feeling it. Saints lead 21-6. And now Carr to Lynn Bowden Jr. 15 yards all the way down to the 6. The Saints, who had lost 3 in a row, can they get it together? And yeah, they could on this day. And here he is. Roll. Jimmy Graham. He's back where the fame was made. Well-traveled, but still a weapon.
It's a testament to him, boom. He's still a red zone weapon and a big target at 6'7" for any quarterback.
That was a very nice scene. The veteran Carr saying to Bryce Young, it's going to get better. Just hang with it.
Hang with it. You're going to be okay, young man. Absolutely.
Very, very nice sound. So the Saints snap a 3-game losing streak. They're 6-7. Oh, the Falcons at home, where they played much better than on the road. They had a last-second win against the Tampa Bay Bucks earlier this year, but Carlton Davis made the pick. He had a big game all the way around, Booger.
Tremendous anticipation by Davis. The wide receiver didn't block anybody, and Davis broke on the ball. Didn't get the touchdown because the receiver touched him, so he was down, way caught it.
Yeah, but they get in there. The Bucks lead at 10-3. Second quarter, this is a little bit better for Desmond Ritter to Kyle Pitts. 36 yards, were tied at 10. Under 3 to go in the half. Ritter. Look out! Antoine Winfield Jr. on the quarter blitz. Keith Smith recovers the ball before he's tackled. Again, Atlanta gives up a safety 2 weeks in a row.
One of the more outstanding young safeties in football, Antoine Winfield Jr.
And so the Bucks lead 12-10. Now it's 19-10 until Bijan Robinson, top draft pick. All the way down to the 3, the Falcons in the red zone. And then, while he's in there for a touchdown, it's 19-17. Now watch this. Ritter, 7 minutes to go in the game at 22-17. The Bucks have kicked the field goal. To Drake London. Werewolves of London. Ow! His hair was perfect. 45-yard reception. He had 10 on the day.
6'5", boom, throw it up and let your receiver make a play. Drake London did. The Falcons in business.
3.5 minutes to go. Ritter scrambling. Can he beat everyone to the pylon? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Atlanta. 23-22. Atlanta going for 2. Ritter. They went right down the field on this drive, and Todd Bowles said, really, we gave up 2 also. It's 25-22. Arthur Smith, we're going to win this. Under 2 to go in the game. 3rd and 10. Baker Mayfield, what's the play? I can't hear you. What the play? Oh, this. Throw it to Chris Godwin. I got it. 32 yards. Here come the Bucks. Can they tie it or can they win it? Mayfield. 36 seconds to go to Cade Otton. The perfect pass. Touchdown, Bucks. 29-25, they lead. 4 seconds to go. Atlanta needs touchdown. They're near midfield. Ritter, London. Oh! Almost, but he got stopped at Liverpool. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yep, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who it's the first 2-game winning streak since September. They win it 29-25, and that means in the NFC South, last year the Bucs won it at 8-9 with some guy named Brady, right? Bucs are 6-7, Falcons are 6-7, Saints are 6-7. Doesn't get any better than that. But here's the thing. Whoever wins the South, and we've seen it before, we saw it in this division last year, they get a home game. And by the way, I'm fine with that. You win your division. I don't care what your record is. You get a home game. And teams go, well, wait a minute. I'm moving ahead of ourselves. We're 11-6. Why are we playing? If you can't beat a team with a losing record because you're on the road, you don't deserve to move on in the playoffs anyway. That's my thought.
No question, Boone. We saw it last year. You have to reward the team for winning your division, and that's a home game. And to your point, Dallas went on the road and beat Tampa last year. So it can be done. You just got to go out and do it. I love the way the system is set up, though.
Yeah, and I don't know who's going to come out of this division, but they're feisty. Let's say at the NFC South, they're feisty. We can say that much. So are the teams that you don't think are still, quote, in it.
Yeah.
First place teams on this day: Kansas City, lost. Jacksonville, lost. Detroit, lost. Atlanta, lost. Baltimore, almost lost. Philly, as we do this, is still playing. It shows you don't get too comfortable. Right?
No doubt. You can't get comfortable. You got to be able to finish, Boom. And remember, this league isn't any given Sunday league. You got to show up and play. This game is going to reward those who play and make plays. For those who don't, you're going to get L's.
Even if you started the season, as we look at our game balls, as a backup or on the couch, it will reward those who make the plays.
No doubt, Boom. And my game ball is going to a guy that, Boom, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he was walking the dog probably in the park during the game on Sunday. The ageless wonder, Joe Flacco, 26 of 45, Boom, 311 yards, 3 touchdowns. And as long as they protect him and don't ask him to move, Boom, his arm is still as good as when he was a rookie coming into this league. It was outstanding. David Njoku was big. And Kevin Stefanski named him the starter for the rest of the season for this team.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
They're winning, and they almost always win at home. And my game ball goes to Jake Browning of the downstate in Ohio of the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow's hurt. The Bengals no longer feeling sorry for themselves because the last 2 games he's thrown for over 600 yards, including a big win on this day at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And so the Bengals, you're going to hear from them, like we said earlier in the show. The Browns, you're going to hear from them, even though Lamar Jackson is the only starting quarterback, if you will, standing in that division. Don't sleep on the rest of the division, and the Ohio teams are proof of that.
No doubt, Boom. And the Bengals, they have hope. That's the one thing that a football team needs. When we step on the field every Sunday, I need hope that we can actually win the game. And Browning has given the Bengals that. Who would have thought after Burrow went down, this team would still have hope?
Well, you know what? Because they're a lot of really good pedigreed players on that
absolutely.
team. And Cleveland brings that defense, especially when they're at home. Well, speaking of pedigree, Philadelphia at Dallas. That would be a pretty good Sunday night football game. Will another first-place team get beat? They beat Dallas earlier this year in a tight one at home. Scott Van Pelt tells us what happened in the rematch. Scotty?
This one was not close, Boom. Dallas left Philadelphia believing they were the better football team. They showed it on Sunday night as they continue to be an absolute juggernaut at home. 3rd and 2 in the red zone. Dak rolling and CeeDee Lamb scoring. Dallas leads 7-0. They wouldn't look back. The defense came up huge in this football game, leading 7-0. Jalen Hurts steps into this 30-yard completion to Devontae Smith as the Eagles are approaching the red zone. But they would not get into the end zone because as Hurts gets to the 20, the ball's stripped by Donovan Wilson. Cowboys pounce on that. Dallas, without a field goal, they led 10-0. 10-3 game. Early second quarter. There goes Jake Ferguson, turning into a weapon in this Dallas offense. 27-yard gain. Later in the drive, 3rd and go, Rico Dowdle is the end. On the field, they said no, and they reviewed. And we're going to show you the ball, which, yeah, that gets to the line. I don't know how you know where his knees are at this point in the pile, but they changed the ruling on the field and say touchdown. 17-3, Dallas leads. Last 3 minutes of the first half. Hurts, A.J. Brown, Eagles in the red zone. But now Micah Parsons just bullying his way to the quarterback. There are 2 players in history with 12 sacks each of their first 3 seasons. Parsons is one, the other, Reggie White, as good as ever played the position. Dallas with a chance to tack on more before halftime. Zing, a dart to Brandon Cooks, a gain of 30. A couple plays later, Run a little rub route? Sure, why not? CeeDee Lamb spins out of the contact. Michael Gallup shrugs it off, and the Cowboys leading big at the half, 24-6. They keep their foot on the gas. No, they don't. Dak has it stripped. Jalen Carter. Shout to Swagoo, big man balling, and Carter's in with a 42-yard scoop and score. So the defense scores for the Eagles, a touchdown, but the offense would not score a touchdown in this one. There's a fourth down, late third, rather than going for three. Philadelphia tries to get a touchdown, and Smith is stopped short there by Stephon Gilmore. 30-13. And for the third time in the game, punch. Dallas pounces on another fumble. Marquise Bell knocks it free. Malik Hooker on that. 3 fumbles for Philly, 0 offensive touchdowns. It's a 20-point home win for Dallas as they currently own the lead in the NFC East. Mike McCarthy, who had his appendix removed earlier in the week. Nick Sirianni exchanging pleasantries there at midfield. Dallas hits the road to Buffalo. And Stephon Gilmore just on SportsCenter talked to me about the importance of playing well on the road. They're plus 171 at home. It's just insane. Only plus 17 on the road. They go to Buffalo to take on a desperate Buffalo team. You could use that same word to apply to Seattle, as next Monday night they will welcome the Eagles off back-to-back drubbings at the hands of San Francisco and now Dallas.
All right, fellas, thanks everybody as always for the highlights. A fun day of football, but not all the news, Booger, is wonderful to report. And I speak as from all of us at ESPN and really all of you out there as well who are part of the football family, because you are football fans. We lost a really good player and an even better person this weekend. Frank Wycheck, Tennessee Titans Ring of Honor, 3-time Pro Bowler, and the guy that threw the lateral in one of the most iconic plays in football history, tight end, Tennessee Titans, 1999 wild card game in Nashville against the Buffalo Bills. Apparently hit his head over the weekend at home in Tennessee and passed away. So to Frank's family, his teammates, the Titans family, and all those who knew him and enjoyed him on the air, et cetera, our heartfelt condolences, and we would be remiss if we didn't remember him here at the end of NFL Primetime, because he gave us a lot of thrills watching him play football. A reminder, Booger, to all of us not to get too deep, really, but, you know, friends and family this month, pay a little closer attention than we might even some of the other 11 months of the year, because life is the toughest game we play.
No doubt, Boom. Life isn't promised. We need to cherish our time because both are very, very valuable. And we don't get any more life, nor do we get any more time. So we got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, we do. So that wraps up Prime Time. And again, sorry to do it that way, but we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Frank Wycheck. So we appreciate everybody watching NFL Prime Time. We can't wait to do it again next week and see all of you then. Until then, have a great week. A couple weeks till Christmas. And make them count. See you soon. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Thanks.